I would like to call on His Worship, Mayor Myron Hayduk, to give us our initial presentation. Myron?
Thank you. I tell you, normally I don't follow a script, but because this is so vital and important to our community, I didn't want to leave anything out, nor the people that are supporting us. First of all, good evening, and it is really great to see everybody here tonight. And I would like to acknowledge a number of elected officials in the room tonight. Firstly is Jessica Littlewood, our MLA. Chris Nielsen, Edmonton Decor. Annie McKendrick, Sherwood Park. Richard Starkey, Vermilion, Lloydminster. Colin Paquette, Athabasca, Sturgeon, Redwater. Denise Welland, Edmonton Mill Woods. And hopefully nobody has snuck in without me knowing. Oh, Lauren, sorry. Lauren Dack. And you know what? Sorry, Lauren. I was writing your name down there when I met you in the other room there, but also I'd like to introduce our town council. Well, just with one more. Sorry. Did I miss you here someplace? Maria Fitzpatrick. Sorry about that, Maria. Also, I'd like to introduce our town council. There's David Berry, Marielle Brodziak, Tim McPhee, Tanine Rudick, Michael Simpson. Also from our county, Carl Ogrodnik. Soren Odegaard, County of Two Hills. I think I pronounced that right. And I again apologize for the names that I've missed. Like I said, this is very important, and I didn't want to forget anything. And we are all here for one cause, is our belief in this community, a community that supports each other, and together we are stronger, and hopefully will be more noticed federally when we are united. The announcement by the federal government to close our case processing center was a shock not only to the staff, but also to the town and council. I found out about this while the meeting was going on from a call from one of the employees. And Vegreville's not big enough to have a full-time mayor. So I was at my place of business working in the back. And when my receptionist came up and said, hey, you got to get down to the social club. They're talking about closing the CPC center. And well, I immediately, I don't think I even washed my hands, but got down there to find out that there was zero consultation with the town prior. I understand I wasn't there for the first part of it, but the employees were being praised of the efficiency and the good work they were doing. To be surprised by then stating that they were going to be relocated to Edmonton. When I introduced myself to the panel, Mr. Orr is the only name I remember right now. Anyways, he said that, I asked him, like, when were you planning of talking to the town? Like, oh, well, we were planning on having a meeting with you later. And I said, when later? So we were blindsided by this as well. And after, gave him the opportunity to finish off with their meeting. And when we did have a sit-down session afterwards, but immediately with that, I did call the town office and ask for them to get a hold of every counselor that was available, and also our CEO to get down to the Sunshine Club as quick as possible. When we sat down and Mr. Orr said, "It's been decided," that's when, we'll say, the stress level went up. To be, basically told the effects that this is having on our community, and not even to be consulted in any way, shape, or form. I'm going a little bit off track of what I got to say here, but I'll keep on with that too as well. I was very angered by that response, to think that, I'm going to say, not only the 230 jobs, but also the effect it's having on our community, that there was no consideration for this. And it's my belief that somewhere along the line, they did not get the proper information. Because looking at this, I tried to look at both sides. Nothing makes sense to me, either economically or efficiency-wise, since speaking with a couple of past ministers, that the CPC Center here in Vegreville has always been praised for their efficiency and the quality of work they were putting out. Anyways, this community, or sorry, this facility has been kind of a cornerstone of our community for the last 22 years. Some people have been there since the opening. This is their lives. This is greatly going to affect their family, and our community. The amount of lack, I'll call it, of time being for dedicating volunteer hours. Yes, you can commute, those jobs will be there, but when you take 3 hours extra in a day, I'm going to say most people are going to be kind of tired when they get home. And the preference is most probably going to be spending the time that they have, a little bit of time that evening, with their families instead of donating their time to many things in this town that we rely on volunteers. The economic impact of moving hundreds of people from our small community will be felt throughout the region. This is going to be to all the businesses, and it is going to affect us all. These workers and their families are essential to the fabric of our community. They are part of the community and have been for many years. These are the people that pay taxes, school fees, they buy groceries, gas, enjoy a meal every now and then, support our many other businesses in town. And this is going to be felt by all the business community. Tonight we will learn more about the very real impact to our community from the closure of the Case Processing Center. Nichols Applied Management has conducted an economic impact assessment to inform the government exactly what this decision means to our community. The government made the decision to close the CPC without any information on the economic impacts. Without even a hint of consultation, the government made an unilateral decision to take away 9% of Vegreville's workforce. And it has been made at a time when our community and province are especially vulnerable with the downturn of the economy. This is a bold decision by government that clearly states that we don't care. And I'm going to lighten up on that a little bit. I maybe not say that's maybe a little harsh to say that they don't care. So I'm going to say they don't realize, they don't know the effects that it is having on our community and the people around it. Because I cannot rationalize how somebody could do this to so many people and a community when they would have the proper knowledge or facts. And I'm here today to remind everybody that in fact our council does care. This is a decision that affects us all very deeply, and we are ready, and it states here, to fight. I would hopefully not call it a fight, but hopefully that we'll get back to them with information and facts about why this decision is a wrong one. And our town council is working hard to hold the federal government accountable. As mayor, I have done several national and provincial media interviews. Our concerns have been echoed by our MP, Shannon Stubbs, and the Honorable Rona Ambrose, leader of the official opposition, who have both asked some hard questions in the House of Commons. Letters have been written to the Prime Minister, Mr. Trudeau, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Minister, John McCullum, and the new Minister, Ahmed Hussein, as well as Public Services and Procurement Minister, Judy Foote. I have also met with Jessica Lilwood, our MLA, where we have requested letters of support from the Premier and the Ministers of Municipal Affairs. The time to act is now. We need to write those letters. We need to make those calls to federal government to express our frustrations about this decision and demand the government to reconsider the closure of the CPC. Again, I think that maybe demand, as I think that we all know when we're put in a corner, we end up fighting a little harder. So I'd like them to put that as, think about it, get the facts, and make the right decision. Like I said, and I'd like to thank everybody for coming out this evening. As I look over the crowd, I see the strength of this community. Vegreville has been home. And yeah, I'll get emotional about this. It is most probably one of the most devastating things that have happened to this community in the last 50 years. And we cannot stand by and let it happen.